Hi guys and girls, Michael Warren here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play 50 1-minute blues and rock licks. This is awesome for beginners to intermediate players to build up your bag of tricks when it comes to improvising or writing songs. And because these licks are really common, when you work out other people's solos, you'll come across these all the time. Don't forget, if you like this lesson, to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Songs and lessons uploaded weekly. If you're having any problems with the licks, or let me know how you're going with the licks, put that in the comments. Now these licks will be pretty simple and can be used in all genres of music: rock, pop, blues, metal, jazz. They'll range from 2 and 3 note licks up to harder ones, and I'm going to keep most of them in the key of E minor. Now as you learn these licks, think of them as an idea that can be played in different positions and on different scales. So let me show you this first lick and what I'm talking about. So this first one will be a little bit longer than a minute, and then we'll get into it. So let me play this first lick for you, then we'll go through the different things you can do with it. So nice and easy, we start on the 12th fret on the D string, we play that and hammer on to 14 on the D string, and then just play the 12 on the G string. So now I have to look at that as an idea. I can change the tempo of it, so I could hold the first note, or I could do the first 2 fast and then wait. I can repeat the lick over and over again if I want to. Now that's the idea, so we're hammering on one string and then playing the note underneath. So now I want to take that lick and I want to try it in different positions, so I can do the octave on the B and the E string. So 15, hammer on 17, play 15 on the E. I could still stick on my first position, E minor, and I could play the B and the E string as well, but because the notes now are 12, 15, 12 and 15, I have to use those notes. So it'll be 12, hammer on to 15, play 12. So it's just the idea, and we can move that around. I could come up to my 5th position, E Minor Pentatonic Scale, top strings. Or I could do that same on the 5th position on the D and the G. So what we want to do is think of the lick as an idea. That one I'm hammering on one string and then playing the note underneath that string. So I can do that in different positions on that same scale, or I can try it in different scales. I could use my 5th, my 4th, my 3rd, my 2nd position there. As well, you can do it in major scales as well, and harmonic minor, or any of the scales you want to. So the idea is just hammering on and then playing the string underneath. So we want to take all the licks we're doing and try them in different positions, on different scales, and also in the same scale but in different spots. So let's get into all the other licks now. So let me play this second lick for you. Another nice easy one. So this time we're starting on 14 on the G string, and also have your finger on the 12 on the G string. So we're going to play that and pull it off, and then play the 14 on the D string back to the 12 on the G string. So slowly and up to speed. Remember, you can try this in different spots as well. Just make sure you're playing the notes of the scale. And you can also start to join them together, our first lick. So that's lick number 2. Now let me play number 3 for you. Another nice easy one. We're just going to put a bend in here. So now again we're playing the 14 on the G string. We're going to do a bend, let it come back down, so bend and release, and then just play the 12. Again, try this in other positions. You can do the octave, or we can come back again. So again, just bending on 14. Now with this 14 bend, you can do a half bend or a full bend there, so we can make it sound like the 15 or the 16. And then playing the 12. So we're coming up, coming back down, playing the 12. So again, we can start to join those together. And you can put them together however you like. So let's do the next one. This will be number 4. So let me play this next one for you. So this time we're bending on the G string again on the 14, bend and release, and then we're pulling off the 12. So we're picking once and playing 1, 2, 3 notes there. Then we play the 14 on the D and back to the 12 on the G. This is a really common lick, this one, used all the time. So bend, release, pull off, 14, 12. You can try that in different spots. So slowly. So that's one you want to get used to doing because that comes up all the time. So let's do another. So let me play this next one and then we'll break it down. So this time we've got the bend on the G string on 14 and we're holding down the 15 there on the B string. Now I don't want to bend the B string, I'm just bending the G string and playing both strings at the same time there. So that's going to take a little getting used to doing the bend on one and not bending the other. And we can also do the bend on 14 on the G, and we can bar the E and the B string on the 12th fret and do the same thing. So we've got two little things there that are pretty much the same. 15 on the B, bending on 14, bending on 14, and 12 on the B and the E. Again, really common licks there. So let's do another one. Another really common lick. This time we're going to bend on the 14 again on the G. And then we're going to bar the B and the E string on the 12th fret, play B12, E12. So when I'm playing those, I take my finger off the G string. When I'm playing the G string with the bend, I don't have my finger down, so we're swapping between fingers there. And again, a really common little lick, bend on 14, 12B, 12E. Again, you can try that one at different tempos. Now from there we can add to that one as well. I can still do the bend on the G on the 14, play 12 on the B, 12 on the E, 12 on the B, and then do a bend on 15 on the B. So slowly, and up to speed. So again, bend on the G, 14, bar the 12th fret on the B and the E, 12B, 12E, 12B, bend on the 15 on the B. So that's just a variation on that first one, and we can change that up again if we want to. Bend on the 14 on the G again, 12 on the B, 12 on the E, and then 15, bend on the E, and then back to 12 on the E. So that one, our third one now, using this same little pattern. 14G, bend, bar, 12B, 12E, bend on 15E, and then play 12E. So slowly. And again. And up to speed. So that's taking that one idea out and adding a bit onto it each time. So again, you can repeat that one, or again, all really common little licks. So let's try another. So again, a really common lick, we're going to start on 12 on the E string, and again you can bar the 12th fret on the E and the B, so we play 12 on the E, 15 on the B, pull off to 12, and then do a bend on the 14 G there. So 12 E, 15, pull off to 12, bend, 14 G. So let's do that one slowly. So again, you can see I can bar that E and B string much easier to do this lick. As with all of them, just start slowly and build your speed up. We want some of these fairly quick. So now let's do another one, another nice easy one, and we can build this speed up on this one as well. So let me play it for you, then we'll break it down. So this time we're on the D and the G string. We're going to bar those on the 12th fret. We're going to do 14 on the G, pull off to 12, and then we're going to do the same on the D, 14, pull off to 12. So 14, pull off to 12, 14, pull off to 12, just G and D. And then I can finish with a bend on the 14 on the G there. Now with this one you can inside pick it or outside pick it, so you can go down on the G and then up on the D. So I'm inside picking there. Or I can outside pick, I can go up on the G and down on the D. So now I'm outside picking. So whatever feels comfortable, you can do that one there. And remember, try this in different spots as well. So another really common one, nice and simple one you can get pretty fast, pretty quickly. It doesn't take too much to get that one up. So let's do another one. So this time I'm sliding from the 12th fret on the B up to 15, playing the 15 E, back to 15 B, so then doing a bend on 17 E, letting it come down, and then playing the 15 on the E. So bend and release, and then play the 15. So let's do that one slowly. On that 15, I'm rolling my finger there, so we're getting two individual notes, not a chord sound. So let me play this next one for you. So now we're on the B string, sliding from the 10th fret up to the 12. Play the 12 on the E, back to 12 on the B, 15, pull off to 12 on the B, 14 on the G, 12 on the B, and finish on 12 on the G. So slowly. And let's do that one a little bit quicker now. So that one can be a little bit trickier because we're jumping from the same fret to different strings. One more time. Now our next one's going to be another really easy one, but one you can get up to speed, so let me play that for you as well. So it's going to be similar to the first one, we're just sort of doing it backwards. This time we've got 14 on the G string, pull off to 12, and then just play 14 on the D. So again, you can do this one slowly or quickly. Try it in different positions. Or you can get that one quicker if you want. So this time we're starting on the 12 on the D, hammering onto 14. Play the 12 on the G, back to 12 on the D, do a bend on the 14 on the G, release, and then back to 12, so slowly. Again, try that in different positions. But a nice little lick and used all the time there as well. So let's do another one now. Let me play it for you, then we'll break it down. So this time we're going to start with a little run down the E Minor Pentatonic Scale. So 15-12 on the E, B string 15-12, 15 on the G, back to 12 on the B, 15, 14, 12 on the G, back to 14 on the G, 12 on the G there, so slowly. And let's do that one a little bit quicker. You can do this at any tempo, this one. And of course you don't have to slow it down at the end there. You can play that with any timing you want to. But another handy one, we're adding in the flat 5 there this time. So we play this next one for you, then we'll go through it. So again, doing our bend on the 14 on the G string. Then we're going to play the 15 on the B string. Do a bend and release on the 14 G string. And then just play the 12 on the G string. So another nice easy one, but really common. And we can build on that one as well, so let's try that. So this time we're doing something similar we did earlier. We're going to bend on the 14 G and also play 15 on the B, but not bend that one. Then play 15 on the B again, and then play the 14 on the G, let it come down, and then 12 on the G. So very similar to, we're now just adding in that 15 on the first bend. So again, you can do that at different tempos. Now let's try another one. Again, another really common little lick. This time we're holding down 15 on the E string and we're bending 15 on the B string. So it can be tricky to get your fingers in there. Don't bend the E string and then just play the 12 on the G string. Doesn't really matter what fingers you use here. You might find it easier with your 4th finger and your 3rd finger. And then back to the 12. Again, another really common lick there. Now let's do one similar to the second lick we did, but we're going to add in another string. So now we're barring 14 on the D and the G, and we're pulling off to the 12th fret on the D and the G. Then we're playing 14 on the A and the D, and then back to 12 on the D and the G. You can give that a bit of vibrato there. So another really common little lick there. Let's do another. So this time we're playing the 7th fret on the E string, the 8th fret on the B string, and just doing a little half bend on both of them this time. Then play 9 on the G, 9 on the D, and then we're going to play 8 on the D and 9 on the G at the same time. Go back to 7 on the D, stay on 9 on the G, and then back to 6 on the D, 9 on the G. So slowly. So let's do that up to speed. Now this one's a little bit harder because we've got that bend at the start there. So be careful with this one not to mute the E string when you're doing the bend there. So this time we're starting on the 12th fret on the G, hammering onto 14 and pulling back off the 12. 14 D, 12 G, 14 G, 12 B, back to 14 on the G. tempo you like there. So you can come up the scale using that lick also. So this is a good one to try in different positions as well. And you can come up the scale doing that. So that was just doing that same lick, just changing strings there. So another nice easy one to get nice and fast. Let's do another. So this time we're starting with a bend on the 15th fret on the B string. Then I let it come down and I do a 15 pull off to 12 on the B, then 14 pull off to 12 on the G, 14 pull off to 12 on the D, on the A, 14 pull off to 12, slide back to 10 on the A, and then 12 on the G. So it's all pretty much legato. The first one we play, and then play the last one. So I'm only playing that first note, then the pull off, and then the last note there. Again, you can try that with different tempos. Let's do that one more time. So this time we're starting on the E string, play it open, the B string open, hammer onto the 2nd fret, open E, 3rd fret E, open E. And then on the G string 4th fret, B string 3rd fret, back to the 2nd fret on the G and the B, open on the G and the B and hammer on to the 1st fret on the G, then play the 2nd fret on the D, open E string and then open E and B string at the end there. So let me do that slowly for you. And a little bit quicker. So that one there is a good ending to a song. So let's try another one. So this time I'm sliding up to the 14th fret on the A string, playing 14 on the D, 14 on the G. So we're sort of rolling our finger there. 12 on the G, 14 on the D, back to 12 on the G. So slowly. That's just a variation on it there, just sliding up. So you could play 14, 14, 14, back to 14 on the D, 14 on the G. So there's lots of different things you can take that one there. So this time we're starting on the 12th fret, pulling off to the 11, pulling off to 10, then going back to the 8th fret on the E string, slide up to 9. So play the 10 on the B string, the 12 on the G string, and back to 10 on the B string. So again, you can do that one quickly or slowly, again adding in that flat 5 there. So another nice easy one. So this time we're sliding up to the D on the 14th fret, play D on the G, back to 14 on the D, so then 13D, 14G, 13D, go back to 12 on the D, 14 on the G, 12 on the D, and then finish with 11 on the D. So let's try that one slowly now. It's a little bit harder because we're sort of doing a pedal tone there. We're coming back to that 14 on the G each time. And you can hold the 14 through these ones as well. So another good ending for a song there. So let's do another. So this time we're starting on the G string, bend on 14, pull off to 12, like we've done before. Play 14 on the D, 14 on the G, back to 14 on the D, and then finish on 12 on the G. So again, can be a little bit trickier. We don't want that note ringing there. We want to roll there. So try that slowly. And a little bit quicker. This is another little rhyme, just a different way of doing it. So we're going to start 15 on the E, 15 on the B, 12 on the E, 12 on the B, 15 on the B, 14 on the G, 12 on the B, and finish with 12 on the G there. So slowly. So another way of running down a scale rather than just playing the notes. So this time starting with 15 on the E, pull off to 12, 13 on the B, back to 12 on the E, and you can do that as many times as you like. And you can finish with a bend on the 15 on the E. So slowly. And that's a good one to get up to speed as well. So with that, we don't have to move our first finger off the 12th fret E. So that's another one, a nice easy one to get nice and fast. Let's do another. So this time we're hammering on to the 2nd fret from the open on the G. Play the B open, E open, B open, and then 3rd fret on the B, pull off to the open. And then 3rd fret on the G, pull off to the 2nd, pull off to the open, hammer on the 1st fret all on the G, and then finish 2nd fret on the D. So slowly now. So another one, we're still using the first position, E minor pentatonic scale, but we're just doing it down an octave instead of doing that on the 12th fret there. So this time we're starting on the 14th fret on the G, hammering onto 15, hammering onto 16. Play 15 on the B, 16 back on the G, do a bend on 17 on the B, release, and then back to 15 on the B. So slowly. And up to speed. So a good one to practice some legato there now. So another nice easy one. So let's try the next one now. So this time I'm sliding up to 16 on the G string and 15 on the B string, playing both strings. Then just coming back to the 12th fret on the G and the B, playing 14 on the D and the G, and back to the 12 on the B and the G. So slowly. A little bit quicker. And when you finish that, you can slide down there on the 16 and 15. can just finish on the 12 on the G if you want as well. Sounds a bit better with the G and the B there. So this time we're going to start on 14 on the D, play 14, 12, 14 on the D, 12 on the G, 14 on the D, 12 on the G, so we have then 14G, 12G, 14G, then 12 on the B, 14 on the G, 12 on the B, and then finish with a bend on the 15 on the B, so slowly. And a little bit quicker. So a different way to run up the scale this time instead of just playing out notes there. So let's do another. So this time play 10 on the G, 11 on the G, 10 on the B, back to 11 on the G, do a little half bend on the 12 on the B, and then just play the 10 on the B. Again, slow or quick, it works both ways. So this time we're doing a little pedal tone here. So we have 14D, 12G, 14D, 14G, 14D, 12B, 14D, do a bend on 15B, back to 12. So slowly, that one's a little bit more confusing. And let's do that one a little bit quicker now. So that time we've got a little pedal tone in there, just running up the first position, E minor pentatonic scale. So this time we're starting on the D string, slide from the 2nd fret up to the 4th fret, play the 4 on the B, back to 4 on the D and slide up to 5, 5 on the B, back to 5 on the D, slide up to 7, 7 on the B, back to 7 on the D, slide up to 8, play 8 on the B, and then just back to 7 on the B, so slowly. And a little bit quicker. Now with that one you can hold your fingers down the whole time, you don't have to be lifting them off each time you change strings. So let's do that slowly again. And a little bit quicker. So let's do another. So this one I'm just repeating the first part over and over again. So D string, 7, 10, 7, jump up to the 10th fret on the B string, 9 and 8 on the G, and you can repeat that part as many times as you like. Then to finish it off, we just play the 10 on the D, 7 on the D, so slowly. So a nice little repetitive lick there, and again try that in other positions as well. So this time we're starting with a bend on the 15th fret on the E, let it come down and then do 15, pull off to 12 on the E. play 15 on the B, 12 on the E, 15, 12 on the B, then on the G string, 15, 14, 12. So slowly. And a little bit quicker. So another little run down the first position, E minor pentatonic scale. So this time on the D string, 12, 14, 12, G string 14, back to 12 on the D, 15 on the G, back to 12 on the D, 14 on the G, back to 12 on the D, and then just do a bend and release on 14 on the G, and back to 12, so slowly. And a little bit quicker. So this time we're going to start on the 15, slide to 16 on the G string, play the 15 on the B, back to 16 on the G. Then come back to 15 on the G, 15 on the B, back to 15 on the G, and then 14 on the G, 15 on the B, back to 14 on the G, and finish with 12 on the G there. So slowly. A little bit quicker. So this time we're starting on the 12th fret on the B and the E, slide up to the 15, and then just play that 2 more times on the 15, B and E. Just doing that 3 times. Then doing a bend on the 17 on the E, playing the 15 on the E. So let's try that one slowly now, barring the B and the E string. And a little bit quicker. So another fairly easy one. This time we're barring the B and the E string. Let's do another. So this time starting on the B string, play 15, pull off to 12, 14 on the G string, and then 11 on the G, hammer onto 14, and then just play the 12 on the B. So slowly. Again, you can do that at different tempos there. So that's another little easy one there, but can be played quite quick as well. So this time, holding the 15 down on the B string, doing the bend on the 14 on the G string, bend and release. Pull off back to 12 on the G string. Play the 13 on the G, 14 on the D, back to 12 on the D, finish on 14 on the D. So this time we're doing a little half bend on the 10th fret on the E string, bend and release, pulling off from 10 to 8 and then playing the 9 on the E, and that's just a hammer on there onto the 9. On the B string 10, pull off to 8, then on the G string 9, 8, 7, Come to 5 on the G, slide up to 6, 5 on the B, and then 7 on the D. So slowly. So let's try that one a little bit quicker now. So this time sliding up to 11 on the G string, play 10 on the B, 11 on the G, back to 10 on the B. Then just play 12 on the B, little half bend on 12 on the E, and come back to 10 on the E. So slowly. And a little bit quicker. This time we're sliding up to 14 on the A string, play 12 and 14 on the D string, then the G string 12 and the B string 13, play them together, go back to 14 on the D, and then 14 on the G and the B, and then finish on 12 on the G, 13 on the B there, so slowly. Let's do that one a little bit quicker now. Put a bit of vibrato at the end there. This time starting on the 12th fret on the E string, play that. Then on the A string 10, 12, then play the 12 again and do a little half bend and release, and then back to 10 on the A string, and then 12 slide to 14 on the A string, play 12 on the D string, and then finish with 12 on the E string there, so slowly. And a little bit quicker now. And again, you can try that one at different tempos and different positions as well. So this time start on 14 on the G, 14, 16 G, and on the B string, 15, 17, 15, 16 G, 15 B, G string, 16, 15, 16, back to 15, 14, 15, 14, slide back to 12, play 14 D and 14 G. It's a little confusing that one, let's do that slowly. And one more time, up to speed there. And again, you can change the tempo of that one. It doesn't have to be all fast or all slow. So let's do another. So this time starting with a bend on the 15 on the B string, play 12 on the E string, and then 14 bend on the G string, 12 on the B string, and then 14 on the G, bend and release, pull off back to 12, so slowly. Starting with the bend up this time and just doing a release. So we've bent it up before we've played, release on the B string, 17, 15B, 16G, 15B, then come back to 14 on the G, 15 on the B, 14 on the G, and slide back to 12 there, so slowly. And a little bit quicker. So that's 50 different licks there, all based around the first position E minor pentatonic. We've come out a little bit sometimes as well, and also change keys every now and then, but most of them are based around that. So just start them slowly, build up your speed. They're quite easy licks, but they're good for the beginner just to get started and get used to playing the licks and seeing the scale that we're using and the licks we're putting into that scale. So you want to try them in different positions or different spots in the scale, and also in different positions. So we want to do them in the 5th position, the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd, and come up with your own ideas as well. You can join them together. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon.